Good boy. Say hi to the camera. Looking the wrong way. There you go. Hi. How's your sixth form life going? You're just sleeping all day, aren't you? Yeah, hi. This is the first time you're on the channel. This is RG. He is the same size as me. Can I film now? Yeah? What are you looking? There's nothing out the window. It's like he pretends to see stuff. Right, bye. Good boy. Alright then, I can start. I have just finished my first term of sixth form. That went by quickly. Honestly, I don't know where the time's gone. It feels like I've just been running, constantly out of breath, and now I'm here on the holidays. I can actually take some oxygen in for once, because I've not done that in a while. So a break is well needed. So this is my second update on sixth form, and I'm just going to be answering some questions that I knew I had when I was, building up to the last couple of weeks of my holiday, starting to stress out about how we're going to find sixth form. That's what I'm going to be breaking down in this video. So first of all, is there a jump? And short answer, yes, of course there is. It's from GCSE to A level. There is a jump. Although I do feel though the teachers have helped a lot in that situation. They're really understandable as to the situation that you're in. So although the content is different, they're explaining it, at least for me, in a way that means that I'm not just completely I don't know what's going on, and more in a way of, okay, this is a jump, it's different, it's complicated, but we'll work through it. And I think that's the tone in a lot of classes, is we'll help you through the struggle. I think one thing that really helped me with the jump is staying organised. I found that a couple of days when I didn't use my planner because I just ran out of time, I ended up running out of time quicker. So yeah, staying organised and using my planner has helped me a lot, in the sense that I actually know what I'm doing, I know what deadlines I have, I know what homework's due, I know if I've got a test, because obviously we do baseline tests this term. And then the second thing that I was really concerned about before going into sixth form was the amount of stress. Because obviously I've just come out of GCSEs, where I've literally just been working non-stop, and then I've had this huge break where obviously my stress levels have gone right down, and now I'm like, oh my god, are they going to start going up again? And obviously they have a little bit, because I'm back in an environment where I have deadlines, I have work to do, I have things to learn, I have things to remember, I have so many pieces to do for art. But I think that in comparison to GCSE, as in like the last few terms of year 11, for me there was a little drop in stress, just because again there aren't the major deadlines such as GCSE exams. There are just homework deadlines and baseline test deadlines. Although they're still very important, obviously they weren't of high importance to the degree that GCSE exams were. So obviously my stress levels have dipped. I've also learned, and I said this I think in my first impressions of sixth form video, that frees are the most valuable thing that I've ever come across in school. They are honestly gold dust. I mean, they've slowly been creeping away as I've started doing extracurricular, but I'm clinging on to about, I think I'm on 6 or 7 frees in a week. So I stay at school when I don't have lessons. We're not allowed to go home, but we can use those free times to go into the library or study areas, or even sit with our teachers to go through some work. So using those frees have meant that at home I don't have as much work to do, and I can focus on de-stressing. So I can do more exercise, I can watch the Bake Off. Oh my god, I think semi-finals soon, I'm so excited, and stuff like that, stuff that's not school related. It just again helps me lower my stress levels, and I couldn't do that in GCSEs because I was overloading myself with work. And next is homework. So I knew that I would get a lot more homework than I did in year 11. Just because obviously it's A levels, there's a lot more content, and therefore there's going to be a lot more revision and homework tasks that the teacher's going to set. And I have found, so obviously I've got a 2-week break now, I have a lot of work to do, and by a lot I mean a lot more than year 11. Part of that is just my school specific. So for example, our art sketchbooks didn't arrive until the day before the last day of term. So I have all of this work that I need to then put in my sketchbook and do all my annotations and stuff. So that's just extra work that maybe not everyone in sixth form across the country has. But I think some stuff is general. So I've got like context stuff to do for English. I don't have much set for maths, but it's more just recap and revision, because I know that if I don't revise it and keep going over it, I will forget it, because obviously it's a new content. It's not yet in my long-term memory. It's just sitting there at the front and I need to push it to the back. Now the fourth question or concern that I had about sixth form kind of ties in with the homework aspect, and it's the expectations that teachers have. You are now a more mature student. You are older than a lot of the kids that are now in that school. You are more responsible for your studies, and that obviously ties in with the homework, because you are expected to do everything on time. And there have been a couple of students that obviously haven't lived up to that standard yet, and the teachers aren't angry, they're just kind of disappointed in a sense, because obviously in year 11, or before sixth form, there are a lot more students who didn't do their homework, and you could almost get away with it. But if you don't do your homework in sixth form, you'll have serious consequences, because you may not understand something that the teacher's going to through next lesson. Obviously there's so much more content in every single subject, they can't teach it all in lesson, so you're expected to do that work to support your learning in class. And that obviously another expectation is additional reading. So I've been finding like magazines in the library, in my school library, that will, I think I found an article on atonement, and I just typed up some notes, and that will just help me with my interpretations of atonement, that I'll maybe have something different to everyone else, because not everyone will have read that article. Some people have read something different to what I've read. So if we all read different things and we all have better interpretations, we can all support each other in class. Obviously that's specific to literature, but it goes with everything. If you read up on something, something really interested you in biology, then you might find out something new that you can share with your friends, and you can all learn together. So yes, obviously you need to be independent, but you can also join together with your friends that are in certain subjects and properly support each other's learning. And lastly, moving forward, so what am I going to do in the next term or so? And I will continue to make these updates, because I do quite like the thought of having a little video diary for me to look back on in my sixth form years, but also to help others out if they're wondering what it's going to be like. So moving forward, I mean, I know I need to keep organised, because especially as I get more and more into sixth form and I get more and more notes piling up in my folders, if I don't keep the dividers and I don't keep subdividing them with little tabs, I'm just going to get lost. And already my maths book has so many notes pages in, I'm just going to need to clear them out, put them in storage at home, so that my folder doesn't get too big for school. For art, I just need to stick to deadlines, keep doing what I'm doing, kind of learning to experiment a bit more. I think if any other A-level art students are watching this, you know that art, I do AQA, but I think in general, art as an A-level, you need to be a lot more experimental than at GCSE. You need to approach or cover all topics of your, so my heading is inside outside, so I need to look at a broad range of things and then start to condense them down. That's going to be a lot of work, but I'm really excited to see how my project turns out. Oh, and then for English, I want to be doing a lot more pre-reading. So we've been set a task over the holidays to read an extra book, like alongside our studies. So I've chosen a little one. Obviously I don't want to overload myself. I still need to read Othello. That was another piece of homework, to read as much of Othello and then finish some of Atonement chapter summaries. So that was how my first term of sixth form has been. I just wanted to kind of answer some of my most pressing questions that I had in the lead up to sixth form. If there's anything that I missed, then please leave that in the comments below, and obviously I want to keep doing these kind of update videos, so I can include that in the next one. If you enjoyed this type of video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because we can all follow this journey together. Oh, it sounds so cheesy. Yeah, I hope if you aren't already on holiday, then keep pushing through, you're almost there, and I hope you all have a wonderful break when you finally reach it. I'll see you all soon. Bye!